yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw, Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on third down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Escaping the play, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On second down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 55 yards. On first down, it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Steps away. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Center with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, here's Ryan. And that'll be held in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw. Watson looking deep for Demarius. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come back. Tiger. Black 22. Black 22.
Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Come back. Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 55 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
On first down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Richmond.
He'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Shreds the tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. To throw is Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd is Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll go with Foreman, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Come back. Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Freeman. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Hey, let's go.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
21. 11.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's got him in. Calvin Ridley. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver, complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 36 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
21.
Throwing again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Ryan will throw again. And it'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Richmond. Come back. Hey.
Watson on first down. Now he's flushed out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Come back. Tiger. Come back. Hey.
Here's Watson now on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Ryan on second down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ryan now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, Tuesday. 39. Go!
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
On 1st down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
20. Space. 12.
To throw again is Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Whitney Merciless. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Back now here on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
11. Ready. 5:25. Hey, rip Lance. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now Watson, flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, Watson. just keeping the play alive. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Richmond! Come back!
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Hey, gun. Ready, like 25. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time pickup there on 3rd and 4. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Left. Go.
On 1st down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Richmond. Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. He finds an opening past the 40. Lamar Miller, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And now the spin. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Throwing now, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 44 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to fire this thing deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Watson's going to throw it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On second down, here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Ridley. Gun.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the sack pushes them back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Left.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Rolling to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're deep.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I said, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. Truck on